Sky Meadows actually began before the park itself began. Our main historic home there was built in 1843 by a family named the Settles, and they lived there through the American Civil War. It changed hands many times over the years, this property and the home upon it, until the land was actually sold to a development company in the 1970s. They had plans to build a, uh, a subdivision development on this land. Fortunately, however, gas prices were relatively high in the 70s and the corporation went bankrupt. And not being able to get their equipment out here for construction. So they went bankrupt, and the 1,864 acres of the park was then bought up by a local philanthropist by the name of Paul Mellon, and he donated the land to the state of Virginia in 1981, and then we officially opened our doors as a Virginia State Park in 1983. The greatest challenge that Sky Meadows actually faces is beyond the boundaries of Sky Meadows. As you look out to the pastoral view behind me, what we are most famous for, it doesn't dawn on most that what you see beyond here is not actually lie within the park property itself. But as a view throughout the Crooked Run Valley. So the greatest threat to our visceral views and conservation of this land is the development of those lands around us. As I said, what you see is beyond the park boundary, and if it was to be developed, then that would be the greatest destruction to Sky Meadows and the Crooked Run Valley as a whole. Climate change has the potential to drastically affect the flora and fauna that calls Sky Meadows home. A number of things, aspects that we are most popular for, including our wildflowers and our migrating birds, could be drastically affected by changing climate. And as we continue to battle invasive species taking over these habitats, climate change would also has the potential to allow for invasive species to overcompete from our native species. Natural preserved areas are essential for everyone. Time in nature and has been linked to mental health as well as spiritual health and physical health. I think as urban development is increasing and urban sprawl is widening, that it is essential that these natural places remain as an escape and an area of rest and rejuvenation for all people.